Welcome. My name is Sasha Moore, and I am here today with Steve Lake, who is the Director of Partnerships at National Lending Group, otherwise known as NLG. Welcome, Steve.
Thanks, Sasha. Always a pleasure.
And mine. So what I'd really like to unpack in this session is the lessons learned for 2022 for your broking partners. I know as part of NLG's processing is very much looking at the business plan for each broker, looking at what lessons there's been from an individual perspective, but I'm quite interested in just understanding more trends or broader lessons learned that you've seen brokers learn throughout the year and what insights you have as a consequence.
Great question, Sasha. I think some of the important lessons that we've learned as a team here at National Lending Group is to be a little bit more nimble with our customers and their needs, and a lot more educational in terms of how things work. As an example, we've seen interest rate rise after rise over the last 7 rate rises in a row, which has resulted obviously in tighter cash flow, but also less serviceability or less borrowing capacity for our customers. So being more educational focused on how this works, why this works, and what we can do to overcome those two particular issues has been really important for us as a team. And being a lot more forward thinking with our customers as well, so that we can actually help them plan for interest rate rises and also inflation. So it's been more of a hand-holding exercise, I suppose, with our customers. Another lesson that has really come to the fore in the last, I would say, sort of 6 months is, now that brokers we've got past 70% representation with home finance. It's now not about competing against the banks; it's competing against other brokers. And even though 5 years ago it might have been, or even 2 years ago it might have been, come to a broker because we've got 30 different loans, etc., etc. It's not good enough anymore. We have to have stronger and more purposeful, unique value propositions that actually really tell our customers why they need to come with us, as opposed to competing brokers. So those have been two really big lessons that we've taken on board in the last 6 months, and also listening to our referral partners. There's just some really simple, and it always comes down to the simple things that generally aren't done well, that cause, I guess, a lack of flow of referrals from referral partners. And it's things like keeping them updated, and a quick no is as good as a slow yes type thing, and make sure you look after their customers, etc. So working with more and more referral partners, especially accountants, has really uncovered a lot of those commonalities. And while they're very easy and very simple things, knowing that brokers don't have the time they used to have because of extra compliance, banks being a lot more fussy with what they want, etc. Has actually taken a lot of time away from mortgage brokers in terms of how they can deal with their referral partners. So we've actually taken those partnerships back on board with us and managed them from more of a corporate perspective, which leaves our brokers to actually do the job that they're there to do, which is service their clients. So the benefits for that has been really good, because it just means that the referral partners now do with us directly. We talk to the customers, triage the clients, and then send them over to the appropriate broker. So that's been an absolute big win for us. So yeah, I think it's just listening to and identifying those problems that people are having, and just setting about solving them. But they're probably the 3 biggest things that I think we've sort of taken away from this year.
They're really good insights, and I think that you raise a really interesting point. If you're listening, you can choose to hear the problem, or you can choose to hear a pattern and therefore determine what solution there is. So I really like that you have that formal business plan principle, because I think it's great that your network has that from an accountability piece to themselves, to the business, to their growth and so forth. And, I'm exactly the same. Like, you have to look at your business and you've got to understand what's not working to to therefore sort of create the opportunities and see where you can actually shine.
Yeah, absolutely. And we do that planning both with our brokers and also obviously the brokers that work within accounting firms, but we also do business planning with our referral partners too, because we like them to treat it as a business, have revenue targets and goals, and you know, the business plan realistically, it's there to it's there to spit out action items, right, that need to be actioned in accordance with the time frame allocated and how they should flow. So we're finding that that's really been quite powerful for all concerned, but for our referral partners, it's actually been a real big boost.
That's fantastic. Okay, Steve, great to chat. We'll see you next time.
Thanks, Sasha.